Welcome back, it's Dr. Somji. Today we're going to be talking about a controversial topic. Should you be using a toner? And if you are supposed to be using a toner, which toner should you use? So we're going to go through a history of toners because not everyone recommends a toner. And sometimes people say it's even a marketing strategy just to get you to buy one more product. So we're going to demystify everything for you today. So when did toners start? They started probably in the 1980s. They were known as astringent toners. What does that mean? It means that it had alcohol in there. So really high concentration of alcohol to dry up oily skin. So if you had a lot of oil on your skin, maybe you were acne prone, the whole thought in those days was to just dry the skin out so no acne bacteria can survive, and therefore your acne would get better. A lot of patients, majority of patients, what happened is that they ended up damaging their skin barrier. That nice kind of dewy texture that you have on the surface of the skin that prevents water from going out into the atmosphere and then drying out the skin. Once you dry out that skin, then you get more sensitivity, you produce more oil, and therefore you have more bacteria, and you're back where you started. So those old school kind of toners really went out of fashion because they were really damaging people's skin. So what happened? Probably in the 2000s, they started reducing the alcohol content within toners, and they still wanted it as a more kind of refreshing thing that you can use after your cleanser. But people like me in the 2000s, maybe up to about 2010, I used to say to patients, hey, you've got great sophisticated formulations such as this one, Ice Clinical Cleansing Complex, which you see a lot on my channel. It's got a mixture of different acids within there, but also it balances the pH. So you remember those kind of L'Oreal adverts were saying toners, they kind of balance the pH so that you can absorb more kind of from your skincare. Well, actually, a lot of cleansers balance the pH anyway, so cleansers became more sophisticated, and then toners went out of fashion again for that reason. And hey, I actually still live in an age where I don't even use a toner because I know if you buy a good quality cleanser, you will be toning your skin, you'll be getting rid of the debris. And also, if you're supplementing with the skin barrier, if you're using things like kind of CeraVe or you're using Cetaphil foaming cleansers, you can satisfy oily skin with a product like this and also supplement your skin barrier. And then you can really put nice kind of serums on and you'll still be able to absorb it. So toners went out of fashion, but now they've come back in because they now include other ingredients that you can supplement with. So for example, you can have AHAs and BHAs that will help with sun damage as well as dead skin removal. You've got the Paula's Choice Salicylic Acid Toner, which is great for patients with, essentially acne-prone skin. But it also has hyaluronic acid in there, which will supplement the skin barrier. So now toners have become more like a treatment for your skin. So you cleanse your skin, depending on your skin type. We've got another video just talking exactly about this. But if you've got acne prone skin, maybe you can do a small treatment before you put your serum on, before you put your moisturizer on. And it's a nice time to get a hit of different ingredients. You can add hyaluronic acid into there. This will boost the hydration within the skin, seal in a bit more dewiness as well as plump the skin. You've got different ingredients such as rose water and green tea, which are designed to calm down the skin, minimize irritation and redness. And then you've got people that really want to help with kind of aging or kind of counteracting kind of pollution as well as preventing aging. You can add things like vitamin E and vitamin C into there, almost as like a tonic. So look, toners have now got a place back again. One of the most trending tonics, toners that you can have is the Pixie Glow Tonic. This launched quite a while ago, but it's now super popular. Hailey Bieber's using it before applying her own products on, so she cleanses the skin and then she uses this tonic, as you can see. Look, I've done a video on TikTok that went semi-viral on this, and well, I kind of said to myself, well, I'm going to read the ingredients of the Pixie Glow Tonic because I get a lot of patients coming to me using this, thinking that it's really good, and then blaming other skincare ingredients in their routine for irritation or redness. So I read the ingredients list and I was really surprised because there's two conflicting things here. This is a modern toner. It's supposed to kind of just refresh the skin, but also supplement the skin barrier. And if you look through the ingredients, there's some nice things in there. Yes, you've got glycolic acid, which will help with patients that have, let's say, a little bit more acne, maybe even some pigmentation. You've got things that will help with the skin barrier as well, such as glycerin. You've got witch hazel in this. Witch hazel is really popular in toners, and a lot of dermatologists will say to you, hey, you know what, witch hazel's great for as a toner, and it is. But if you have sensitive skin, if you have rosacea, if you've got even just inflammatory skin, witch hazel can make it worse. So that's the reason why when patients come to us in clinic, we never clean the skin with witch hazel, because it makes rosacea worse. So if you've got a sensitivity, this is not going to be a good product for you. Also, with just glycolic acid in this, if you've got darker skin type, if you get irritation from this, it can actually make the skin a little bit more darker through post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So after inflammation, you may get pigmentation. As we come down the list, you've got other things in here that are probably not a good idea. You've got some fragrance in there. So a lot of toners, when I was doing research for this video, unfortunately contain perfume as well as alcohol, still at even small levels. And if you're using this every day as a leave-on, then you're going to be really increasing your chances of sensitivity. So while this smells nice, feels nice, there's a significant proportion of people that have got problems with this. And when you look at some of the posts that I did on Instagram, TikTok, I've got so many comments of people saying, oh my God, this is the reason why my skin has suddenly gone bad. So you've got to be really careful with these kind of nicely packaged things, because toners don't necessarily have a place. And sometimes you get great marketing strategies, and really you don't need this. You can use a glycolic acid serum instead of this without all the nasties. This even has color in there, which I don't think is good for the skin. How do you apply a toner? You want to apply it after cleansing. I always say apply with clean hands, because you can really work it in. You want to see your toner as almost a treatment for your skin before you apply serums and moisturizers. You can apply it to a cotton pad and then put it onto the skin. You're probably not going to be able to work it in as effectively. If you've got acne, like I said, I think the Paula's Choice one with salicylic acid and hyaluronic acid really is a one to go for. You've also got a little bit more sophisticated ones. You've got the Ren Glow Daily, which is an AHA tonic. It's got AHAs, BHAs such as salicylic acid in there. You've also got lactic acid, which is a great AHA to include for people with sensitive skin. And he's also got salicin in there as well, which is great for acne prone skin as well. Unfortunately, although this toner is good, and it's good for most skin types, if you've got sensitivity, if you've got problems with things like rosacea, it's got fragrance and perfume in there. So, you know, these tonics, unfortunately, a lot of them have fragrance in there. But La Roche-Posay, which have got an interesting, different type of acid that you can use, an LHA, which creates micro exfoliations within the skin. That is designed to be for sensitive skin, but it's confusing because when you look at the ingredients list, you've got denatured alcohol in there quite high up, as well as fragrance. So you gotta be super careful. So what do? What are you gonna use? Because I've just named toners, and then I've just said, well, maybe you shouldn't be using them. The ordinary 7% glycolic acid toner, really popular on social media. It claims that it doesn't have any fragrances in there or anything that harms the skin. It's good for patients that maybe are lighter skin types that want that little bit more of a cleanse. People have been using it under their armpits to stop sweating. There's all sorts of kind of like trending things that I see on social media. I don't mind it. I know that Skincare by Hyram has really discounted this product, mainly because of the Rosa Damascena within there. Rosa Damascena, yes, it's a fragrant kind of essential oil, but you know what, yes, it's a little bit higher up on the ingredients list, but not many patients would report a lot of sensitivity with it. But again, if you do have rosacea and you do have sensitive skin, you don't want to be using glycolic acid anyway. So one of the things that I've seen in my research that I think is actually a toner that's worth using is the Inky List PHA. So PHA is different from AHAs and BHAs. They're a lot milder. It contains a product called gluconolactone, which is a mild enzyme that's sometimes derived from things like papaya. It's a little bit more gentle in terms of its exfoliation, so it doesn't damage the skin. It can be used by all skin types, gives a little boost. And what's really nice within the ingredients, they've included niacinamide, which is a skincare favorite that people sometimes are confused when to put within their regime. You can use this product, it will give you that niacinamide, and also it's got glycerin in there as well. So if you look at this formulation, it's a far cry from the older astringent toners which had alcohol in there. Some of the modern ones that we've mentioned that have perfume and denatured alcohol in there is a clean formulation that can be used as a nice toner. So if you want to include a toner, this is something that I really do recommend. I guess, you guys don't have so many product recommendations because if you have sensitive skin, if you've got rosacea, a lot of the ones that I mentioned, I wouldn't use. The Inky List PHA, definitely something that you should use for all skin types. If you don't have sensitivity, you can use those products because they'll give you that boost dependent on your skin type. So you can go back and have a look at some of the recommendations that I've said within this video. If you have any more questions about toners in general or anything within skincare, just let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click the link to subscribe because we're always demystifying skin routine and rituals. And also if you click that bell, you'll be the first to know when new videos arrive.